What's going on, ladies and gents? $1 Million Mitch here. Now I'm about to change your life. I'm about to change it real quick, real simple. First thing I ask you to do, please like the video. Second thing I ask you to do is go to credit800.org, download the ebook. That's credit800.org, download the ebook. Third thing I ask you to do, if this video helps you, please go to my Cash App and donate. That's $GigWiz, G-I-G-W-I-Z. That's G-I-G-W-I-Z with the $ in front. That's GigWiz. Keep it real sleek and simple, ladies and gentlemen. Now listen up. A lot of people are telling you to get secure cards, to get started, to get other credit cards in the future. That's wonderful. I love that idea. I started like that, but then they didn't give you the full spectrum of what you're supposed to do with these secure cards. So let me explain. First and foremost, if your credit sucks horribly, you're going to have to, like a bankruptcy or whatever the case may be, you're going to have to start with an Open Sky secure card. That's OPENSKY secure card. You start with an Open Sky secure card, you're good to go with that. You put down 200, you're set. You see what I'm saying? Just get yourself started with that. Keep your payments under 10%. Pay for your Netflix every month. Put your Netflix bill on it. When the bill comes, pay it off. You're good to go with that. That's how you utilize it to build your credit. That's the first and foremost. Secondly, what I suggest to you, a lot of people tell you you do it like that. You wait 6 months to a year, then they'll give you $200 back. Once they give you your $200 back, you're then in a position where you can change that secure card to an unsecured card, which is all true. You can believe them. That's all true. However, there's something that they don't tell you. What they don't tell you is that if you max that secure card, so for instance, the Open Sky secure card, I believe, has a max credit limit of $3,000. So let's say now, what I'm telling you here and now is for everybody that has a job or gets money. I don't care if it's on the books or off the books. If you're a person that gets money, this is for you. Utilize this process. Every week, let's say you make $800 a week and it costs you $500 a week to survive. That $300 extra, you normally put into your savings account or leave it in your checking account. What you're going to do at the end of the month is going to be $1,200. Once it's $1,200, you're going to take that $1,200. You're going to call up your credit card company. You're going to say, hey, I want to up my credit limit. They're going to say, sure, let's do a soft inquiry. Some credit card companies do a soft inquiry. Some does a hard inquiry. This is why it's very important for you to make sure you're using the credit card properly so they don't deny you the credit increase. So once they say, yes, you can get the credit increase, you say, thank you. They're going to say, how much do you want to increase your credit by? You're going to say $1,200 because you saved the $300 for the 4 weeks. 300. You're going to say 3, 6, 9, 12 people. Do the math. You're going to say, hey, I saved this money. I'm good to go. Boom. You're going to give them that $1,200. Your limit just increased $1,200. That means your total right now is $1,400. Your credit bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, is going to see that boost. They're going to then boost your credit limit, your credit score. Once your credit score is boosted, you're then going to order another secure card because you're going to know you just got that increase. So now you can get a better one. You might go for Capital One, or you might go for Finger Hut, or you might go for, let's see who you might go for. Let's say you go for Discover It, one of those. You know what I mean? Keep it smooth. Keep it simple. Once you do that, you got to Discover It, you got your other cards. You're going to do the same process. You're going to, every month, you're going to make sure you put your savings into that card. What's going to happen is within 3 to 4 months, all those cards are going to be filled to its max limit. Your credit bureaus are going to see you did that. They're going to boost your credit score. Plus, other credit card companies are going to start sending you offers. You're not going to accept those offers just yet. You're going to keep getting more secure cards and do that same process. Every month, you're going to up those limits. Every month, you're going to up those limits. Once you up all those limits for all those cards, eventually your credit card companies are going to tell you, hey, listen, you're doing so well. We're going to change you from a secure card to an unsecured card. What's going to happen when they do that? They're going to give you your money back. So all that money that you've invested every month into those secure cards, you're going to get back. But what you don't realize, when they turn it from a secure card to an unsecured card, they're going to boost all those limits. They're going to say, you did so well. We love the way you're operating. We're going to boost your limits. So each of those cards are going to get probably double the limits that you had before. And then all that money that you once had in those cards, you got it back. So you put it right back into your savings account. So now you sitting back with the extra 10, 15 grand sitting in your savings account. You're like, oh my God, I'm set right now. So what are you going to do? What's your next step? Throughout the process from that 6 months to a year that you were building your limits, building your credit, you were learning a skill or a trade. You might have been learning electrical. You might have been learning plumbing, culinary, hair and makeup, nails, whatever the case may be. You might have been learning Bitcoin, Forex, whatever. You see what I'm saying? You might have, even if you didn't have a skill set, you might have just been sitting back and saying, let me just learn about credit because I'm building my credit. Let me learn about credit so I can teach people the skills that I've learned, the tricks of the trade that I've learned. So now you're learning about credit. You're busting it out to the next level. All these skills that you've learned, you now have the money to invest in, but you're not going to take all the money the deposits that you put into these accounts. You're not going to take all those deposits and utilize it. No, you're going to utilize these credit cards because you know that once I utilize these credit cards, I have the money to pay these bills off. So it's no problem. You're going to still keep your usage under 30 to 10%. Really you want to keep it at a 7% usage. That's the sweet spot. But just in case you want to use the whole thing, because you might be authorized. No, sorry, correction. Let me not jump the gun. You might be an affiliate marketer. If you're an affiliate marketer, you now have all the money you need to take the Ty Lopez approach. What is the Ty Lopez approach? He saved so much credit. He built his credit to the point where he had regular credit. He had business credit. So he was able to push up to $400,000 out there in regard to YouTube ads. You remember that guy? Hey, what's up? I'm right next to my Maserati or my Lamborghini, and I got all these books in my garage. You can live like me if you do what I did. Do the same thing, because the more people that see your ad, the more people that are going to sign and live and situate your lifestyle. So this is what you want. You worked all this time to build your credit. Now it's time to make money off of it. Now it's time to use that credit to get into real estate, to get into anything you want to get into. But let's say you don't necessarily have a skill. You didn't get a trade. You didn't spend that time to learn something. You say, hey, listen, Fredo, I'm not really into real estate. I'm not really into this Forex and this and that. I'm not really into any of that. I like this credit thing. It's simple. I got my credit up. I got my money back. I'm sitting pretty. I don't know. What should I do? I'll tell you what to do. Each of these cards allows you to have what they call an authorized user or a trade line. Now that you have each of your secure cards turned into unsecured cards, you can do this while they're still secure cards, by the way. You don't have to wait till they become unsecured cards to use the trade lines. However, once you have the credit to the max limit that it could be at, now you can go to a person. They say, hey, listen, I need to boost my credit. Oh, okay, sure. I could add you as an authorized user to my credit card. And all you have to do, I have a credit limit of $5,000. Or I have a credit limit of $2,500. What I need you to do, I need you to give me an upfront payment of $500. And every month that I have you on my secure card, I need you to give me $150 or $200. Now that's at a $2,500 limit. Now let's say your limit is $5,000. The down payment might be, let's say the down payment is $1,000. and then monthly they paying you 300 or 350. Let's say you have a 10,000 limit or 100,000 limit. You do the math. Some people pay you upfront of 10,000 and monthly they're paying you 1,500 to 2,000 because they know that their credit is now going to look amazing to these credit card companies. They know they could now, they showing the credit card companies, hey, look, I'm showing that I have a $5,000 credit here or a $10,000 credit here. They're seeing that. But let me explain something to you that a lot of people don't tell you about authorized users, which is super crucial and very important to know. Never, ever, ever give somebody a card that came in the mail that you signed up as an authorized user. This is why. A lot of people don't tell you that the money that the authorized user is using is your money. It's like you duplicated a card. That's all it's like. Is you duplicated a card for another person to use. Never give them the card. Some people say, oh, get the card and just cut it up. Don't cut it up. You want to know why you shouldn't cut it up? You shouldn't cut it up because some banks want you to use that card. If you're not using the card, they'll cancel that authorized user account, and they might even cancel your account for doing that. So make sure you use the card. You buy a cup of coffee with it, some pizza, you put your Netflix bill on it, whatever the case may be. You make sure you use that person's card. Use it online or whatever the case may be. Buy something off of Amazon, eBay, whatever you need. Pay for it, and then once the bill comes, you pay that card's bill. You do that every month as long as they pay you the monthly payment. If they say, oh, I don't have the money this month, say, hey, listen, I'm going to cancel you. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to cancel you. So you can't have that. Now, listen, I'm going to teach you something that you need to know. When you sign on an authorized user, you're going to have tons of secure cards or unsecured cards. So each secure card allows you to have 3 to 5 authorized users, sometimes more. If you have a multitude of authorized users, you're going around collecting rent every month. You're getting 200 here, 300 here, 500 here. You're getting so much money. Sometimes you're not paying attention to the authorized user. It's a full-time job. Do not look at it like your last is daisical and blah, blah, blah. No. Make sure you pay attention to each card, the usage and everything. The reason is some authorized users are scammers. So what they'll do, they'll look on their credit report to see which card you signed them up for. Then they'll go call the bank and say, hey, listen up. I lost my card. I need a new one. They'll say, sure, what's your address? They're going to give all the right information because it's their information. Then they're going to get the card sent to their address. Once they get the card sent to their address, they're going to now use the card, max it out, mess up your money. So be very mindful of each card, of the usage, of did something get, pay attention to the online banking like crazy. Make sure you're a hawk, because all it takes is somebody to order a new card, get it overnight, utilize it. You're like, what's happening here? Now you're trying to say, no, it's the authorized user. They say, wait a minute, you signed them up. Did you not know this person? Isn't it friends and family? What's going on? Now you set yourself up for failure. So make sure you're on top of it. Don't, sometimes people say, oh, I got this money. If somebody's offering you way too much money and it's too good to be true, sometimes it is too good to be true. So don't take everybody's offer. Be smart about it. So get yourself authorized users. Now let's recap the whole process. You watch where your credit is. And now I don't care if your credit is at an 800 limit or 300 limit. Everybody should utilize this process because it's just like if you're looking at the Self app. The Self app, what do? You're paying money into an account each month, and then they're paying off the money for you, and then they give you the amount back, right? You can do the same thing on your own with these secure cards. This is what you're doing. And once you maxed out a secure card, you order a new secure card and you do the same thing. By the time you're saving, by the time you're saving your money, the secure card will come in the mail, and then you're upping the limit as soon as it touches down. So then you're doing the same thing every time. So it's a constant revolving process. You're maxing it out. All those secure cards will eventually become unsecured cards. So you don't ever have to worry about, oh, let me get this secure card. Let me get this one. You're with every company anyway. most companies have unsecured cards. Then once you max out with most of the companies out there, which is tons of them, you're going to now go into, banks. Each bank has a secure card usually. Go with the bank. They're going to say, hey, you don't need a secure card. You're going to get a regular card. Your credit is amazing. I know my credit is amazing, but please, let me just get the secure card for now. Okay, sure. No problem, sir. Boom. You're going to max out, give them a whole bunch of money because now you've made so much money. Once you sign up for the secure card, you're already putting the max amount. You're not putting 200 anymore. You're putting the max amount because you made so much money off of trade lines, aka authorized users. You made so much money off of, putting out ads, Facebook ad, Instagram ads for whatever, for ads that you're putting out for products that you've done built. You might have made an ebook. You might have created a cooking show. Whatever the case may be, now you have money to spend. This is the secret, people. Credit is the secret. Now you're building all these points. You're building frequent flyer miles. You could fly for free. And if you don't want to fly for free, here's another way to make money off of frequent flyer miles. Someone wants to fly. Your friend tells you, hey, I'm going to take a trip to Jamaica. You ask them, hey, how much is the Jamaica ticket? They say, oh, I looked at it. It's about $2,000 for round trip. Or they're trying to get a package. And you have $2,500 in frequent flyer miles. You say, hey, listen, let me buy it for you. I'm going to buy the ticket for you for $2,000. You can just give me $1,500. They say, what? Yeah, just give me $1,500. I'll buy it for you for $2,000. Just give me $1,500. They say, sure, no problem. You buy them the ticket. If your frequent flyer allows you to use it for other people. So make sure you know the rules. So, or sometimes your cash back is enough for you to do that as well. So, you tell somebody, hey, let me do this for you, or whatever the case may be, and you can do that. But for your cash back, it's better to just take the cash. Don't use it on unnecessary stuff. You could pay your bill with it, or I usually just take the cash and use that for another investment. So, real quick, you get frequent flyer miles. You tell somebody, I'll buy the ticket for this price. You give me this. You give me, you buy the ticket for them for their full price, and then they give you the money. Simple. Now you up. You might have had that to fly. You didn't want to fly, but you just came up $1,500 easy just by utilizing your cards, your secure cards. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that helps you. I gave you the game to how to finesse secure cards. Please go to credit800.org, download the ebook there. Also, if this helped you, go to my Cash App. That's $GigWiz, GIGWIZ. Situate the situation first class, my people. $1 Million Mitch is always giving you the game. I love you all. Secure the secure card. Situate the situation first class. I think you know.